Well, hi. See if anybody pops in here. Let's see. Try a little bit different music. This stuff's on YouTube. Supposed to be copyright free also. Hopefully get a little bit something different than the stuff on Spotify. I'm kind of tired of it. I don't know if this stuff's any good or not, but we'll see. So so this has been probably the longest stretch that I did without streaming since I started streaming in April. I think the last date was 8 days ago. I missed last Tuesday night stream uh, due to our dog being sick, and we had a meeting about a project, and it all kind of made the day go go away. So actually, honestly, I actually kind of forgot about the stream just because there was so much happening, and we were so scared about the dog that I didn't get to it. So I apologize for missing last week. If you were trying to jump on and join in and have some fun here, uh, it is what it is. But and then the rest of the week, work was still kind of erratic. I did do work, but mostly on covers for covers and commissions for people, and I wasn't sure what all I could show, so I didn't want to potentially step on any toes and show something I wasn't supposed to. So, but get some gum on. But last time I was working on page two of the bonus stretch goal pages for my Kickstarter, and since then I've had to cancel that stretch goal. Uh, Mainly because there was several people their pledges didn't go through for some reason or other, and Kickstarter ended up canceling the pledges. So officially lost a couple $100 from that. So I ended up canceling the stretch goal just because we technically didn't hit it now that all the money didn't come in that was expected. So which kind of disappointed because I think one, they're really really cool pages. I mean, you saw the first two in the Twitch stream. I mean, they're really cool pages. I think it helps give the Crimson Homebread character a little more meat, and so kind of disappointed it didn't get in, but it did work out a little bit better because not not having those pages to do to get done for to get into the book and out to the printer uh, freed up a little bit of time because I did get a few covers and stuff that I just mentioned a little while ago that came in, so it freed me up to work on that without the stress of getting those extra pages done in time for the deadline. So disappointed they're not in, but it worked out kind of for the best. Schedule for my schedule wise, at the least. It sucks for everybody else, but you know they'll go in the trade one day. So my goal now is getting back onto Sasquanaut issue 4, which that's what's in this page. I also have flats to lay for another project called Violet Bird by Raymond Leonard. He's one of the gentlemen who commissioned me to do a cover piece. And a really nice guy. I enjoyed working with him on that piece, and he liked what I did enough that he hired me to draw like a 7 or 8 page story. So the other night I did flats on 5 of the 8 pages, so I've got 3 pages left to lay flats on. So I might work on some of that here tonight. I might just do Sasquanaut. I'm not quite sure. So that's kind of why the title is just an assortment. I'm also waiting on another cover that literally, like right before I got on, I was like, hey, you want to do another cover? I was like, absolutely. You know, we got emergency room bills from the dog, so I'm kind of taking on any and all covers that come in, which I'm very happy to get. Puts me a little off schedule with old Bigfoot here, but you know, it works out for the best. So, okay. What's happening here? Okay, so I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. We're gonna go over, refresh my memory. I did finish up another page here earlier today. This page 10 I was working on a little while ago. I had already started here on Twitch, I'm pretty sure, and it went away. But so now we're gonna get into this. Okay. So they're yakking, and okay. So this is basically, once again, this character here. This kind of, I call her a space siren. You know, that's what I've kind of referred to her as since in my own, for my own notes and everything, as space siren. You know, she changes shapes and basically feeds off the dreams of characters. So that's what's happening here, where essentially she's trying to create different illusions to appease Bigfoot. So these are not the final colors. These are just kind of what I did to make things a little more clear and visible. But so I guess we'll just go ahead and get into it. So this is the throne room, palace, whatever. That this is the queen, Empress Dahlia. So the space siren has transformed into this character for this moment, trying to, you know, do what she can to make Bigfoot here happy and stay in the realm of this these dream realms, so you can keep feeding off them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna start. So as you see, it's very dream state, so it's not literal. You know, this planet, this throne is on a planet. There's clouds and atmosphere, but you know, you see all the space and stuff because it's Bigfoot space. So we're just gonna kind of, I'm gonna just start kind of laying in a little bit of color. Check this out. I got this really cool time-saving brush. It's called Stars. You know. See, very simple. It's just instant effort. You see how it does? It gives me varying sizes of stars. But because I don't, you know, space is obviously a big old black thing, but you know, within media, we kind of take quite a bit of liberties with it and give it a lot of stuff, color that's not there unless you're in a nebula or some kind of event. But I'm just gonna go ahead and, just to make it more visually interesting. I mean, you saw Guardians of the Galaxy. There's all kinds of craziness there. Space is green when they go to nowhere, you know. And you say, oh, it's in a... So we're just gonna... just because I'm more interested in drawing the eye. Like, the planets are the least important part in this first panel, you know, so I want to draw the eye here to this space palace, you know. So that's what this is for, you know. it's not realistic in any way, but you forego realism for drama in effect. And I've colored this thing a few times, but I don't exactly remember what I did, so I'm trying to go back and find it from previous. There's that one at that panel. I'm also going to go from issue 1, I think is basically this shot. Come on, computer. See, this is what happens when you leave. I've got, instead of using Spotify, I've got music coming in through YouTube, and Chrome is just a memory hog. And I've got a crap ton of RAM in this machine, and it's still a memory hog. I'm not the hugest Chrome fan. Okay, this is what I want. Oh no. I've really drawn this like that ever again. I almost wish you just copy and pasted that shot, then I could too. Okay. Probably won't go in my gum, so I'm just gonna leave it there for now. We've been doing a part-time vegan diet. I say part-time because we only do it a couple days a week, Monday and Tuesday specifically. Most time it goes really well, but there's some days that are just really hard. Today was one of the hard days. This channel is not any better than the Twitch music. Heck, it may be the same music for the most part, which would suck. Hey, buddy. I saw my buddy Tony liked my post that it was going to be live streaming. I was hoping he would sign on tonight. He may yet still. So, based on fixing my flat right now, because you see, I'm revisiting the shot of this this throne, or no, I keep saying throne. I mean palace. So.
Invincible.
You know, when you're laying flats and someone's like, oh, I'll figure it out later. And then when you actually have to sit down and figure it out later, you always regret not figuring it out initially. Could have just figured it out before. Because then, you know, I wouldn't have to be fixing these mistakes, like where I didn't properly scale them. Oh well. Okay. Fix these here. Gotta fix my flats channel, so that'll be okay in the future. So yeah, I guess that's another dome starting. That's what I'm gonna treat it as. I don't know. It's not terribly important, but I don't want to get rid of it. You know, it was drawn, it was there for some reason, so we'll make it and treat it like it's another dome and nothing. I'm just gonna pull this red. Oh, better. Now I can see it a little bit better. Alright, almost got this fixed. Hope. Added gold in there. It's not what I wanted. There. That. At least I'm fixing my flats this time. I've been pretty bad lately about fixing them. Almost always I end up regretting it at some point. You know, maybe if I was a better colorist I would get it right the first time, but I'm constantly tweaking. Okay. We'll move that over. And turn that back off. Okay. Now, this planet, by and large, you know, again, like I said before, these planets aren't terribly important. You know, I want them there just to kind of give the scope and scale and just like grandiose idea of it, but ultimately de-emphasize it. So that's almost black. It's actually not, but I'm gonna lighten it just a touch. And where's my good old airbrush? I just want my good old airbrush. There we go. And I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a see. Now I could probably go in and do some stuff to make it more planet-like, but right now I just want to get the basics in. I can do more of that later, but I kind of just want to make some serious progress tonight, so I might revisit that. I may not. It's so not that important. I don't want to get too fancy on it and draw too much attention to it, which is kind of why I'm leaning towards not doing much more than that. I'm just trying to maintain the line. See, and what I'm doing is I've got a directional light on these. That's why there's that big old shadow in both of these spots. It's funny. It looks a lot different on Twitch than it does on my monitor. Actually, I am going to undo that because I'll probably do something a little different with this ring, I think. Just okay. Now the directional light, you see, it's coming on this side. I'm going to put it over here too. Now, why? Why am I doing it this way? Well, that's again, that's all to serve what I want emphasized. I want to have this space palace throne and her be the emphasis. So, you know, essentially having the light on the outside just it's kind of a subconscious arrow telling you to look over here, you know, to look here. So that's why the light is on this side, you know. So everything is in service of trying to get specific ideas and story elements across. So it's, I mean, I could totally light it the other way, you know, and just kind of typical sphere that you would see, and you know, that's fine. I mean, depending on how you want. I mean, that would technically probably be correct if I'm using the same light source that's hitting this as is this, but they're really not in the same space because it's a dream world. So at this point, I'm really more interested in just trying to get the drama down, trying to direct the reader in the eye. Now, I am going to still be directional, but I'm going to do more of traditional kind of sphere. I'm putting it more in the plane, or in the realm, I should say, not so much the plane, the realm of this house. I keep wanting to say throne, and I know that's wrong. See, I'm putting a little more of this color in here. I'm actually got the brush on soft light, which just kind of gives it a nice little. See, and that's the CMYK preview. So it does shift a bit. Usually I color direct, just straight into CMYK preview. But sometimes I forget to turn it on. Because I do work in RGB. You can do some effects and stuff a little more easily in RGB. But unfortunately, RGB can produce a ton of colors that will never actually print. That's why you see that shift. It's much more dramatic on the Twitch monitor than it is in my calibrated monitor. So trust me when I say it's going to be fine. That's about all I can say to that. I want to still go a little pink with that. It's not so much pink. There, that's getting more into what I want to do. See, and that just kind of guides your eye into this little bright spot, which kind of just transitions over into this realm, I guess, so to speak. Right. This area, I don't know what I want all that to be. Eventually, I'm going to come back in and I'll do knockouts and color holds and get this stuff fixed up. Right. Ugh. That went outside my line. Like that when it happens. There. Relax. No. Get down. Get. Baby sleeping, dog trying to bark. It's a bad combo. He already woke her up this morning or this afternoon from her nap. Now it's bedtime. She sleeps pretty hard at night, but Last thing we need is for him to wake her up. Go on. Go on. But it's good though, because he's feeling better. He was, I said last week, he was pretty sick. It wasn't looking good. We were really scared for him, but fortunately, he's a-okay. Still taking a mess of antibiotics though, which he needs another round of antibiotics in about 30 minutes. So my wife has tried to make a flourless peanut butter cookie. So we're gonna try this. That's pretty legit. That's pretty good. I don't know how you make a cookie without flour, but it's not exactly vegan, and we're on vegan day, but whatever. It's a little gooey, which is, I like gooey cookies, so that works. Yeah, that wasn't for you. That was mine. Got my Moosey boy right here. He wanted that peanut butter cookie too. He loves his peanut butter. Just trying to create a sense of shininess and grandeur on there. And you can see I didn't apparently fix that panel, which sucks because I still have to fix that panel. I don't know how or why I did that, but that's alright. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna, again, I'm kind of skimping out on this a little bit. I mean, because I could spend days just working on this, but ultimately, this isn't exactly the most important shot at all. And this page is really just about the characters. So I mean, the backgrounds are there for, you know, settings and just kind of, like I was saying, to really kind of sell this is a dream state, dream world, and the grandeur and fantastic, just so you know the reader can understand and intuit what exactly is happening here and what the protagonist is facing. Yeah, but ultimately, the backgrounds truly don't matter on this page. I mean, you could get away without even having backgrounds. It would make it less interesting, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, that's one reason why you do it. It makes more interesting, sets it in a setting, and where I mean, you see a lot of guys cut on backgrounds. It kind of helps separate the men from the boys a bit. So having the backgrounds, I think I love backgrounds personally, which is why I try to include them, or at least ideas of them, in my scripts when I write them. You know, not that I try to be rigid in my scripts. I really try to let the people I work with interpret and play and do their own spin on it. I just want to make sure they know, as well as the reader, like, hey, this is important, because there are artists that will take every shortcut they can, and understandably so, but I try to make sure they realize that, hey, I like backgrounds, so I want backgrounds, which leads to more work for me, but in the end makes the whole book, the whole project better and stronger for it. What are you doing? This time I'm just gonna put through a lot of. Yeah, I'm just gonna color through that ring like it's not even there this time. My dust cloud brush. See, instead of it just being that real smooth transition, it just kind of breaks it, makes it a little more visually interesting. I mean, you're not going to see it without, like, consciously see it. It's going to be more of a subconscious thing. I mean, as well as I could have left it totally as is. It would have been fine, but it's just one of those things where subconsciously you're going to look at it, you'll know it's better. or the reader will. Check something right quick. Okay. I'm using blue right there just for a bit of secondary light, like from blue of the space. It helps define the shape a little bit more. It's the same thing I did here on that one. It's good to me. Keep forgetting I got a mosquito bite on my knee. I just do what I can not to scratch any mosquito bites or bug bites I get, so they go away faster. This one's in a weird spot, so my shorts keep hitting it. It doesn't really scratch it or anything, but it just helps make it itch. But I kind of forget about it and just unconsciously go like, oh, there it is, and scratch it. Like, oh, yeah, I'm not supposed to scratch it. Again, when she transforms, like in the other page, I don't have it open. You know, just got this kind of big blast of light and stuff coming around her, so that'll be included or added, I should say. Not so much included, but added. This because call that the laser unicorn. Oh, come on, it does not hold out. So there's a lot of armor, and then a lot of stuff that's not armor. That's all kind of run together here. Need to fix the flat. I think I may actually have not done this page. This may have been after I farmed it out. That's probably why the stuff is just kind of not done. See if I can get my boy Tony. The one downside to like working from home and like kind of chained to your email, because I get so much stuff coming through my email. Most of it's junk, but I ordered a little something for our place, and there's been an issue with getting it. It's been delayed, and FedEx is saying, oh, the label's been printed, but we don't have it, so we can't tell you when it's going to be delivered. And the people that I ordered it from saying like, oh, we shipped it, and now they're saying like, oh, things are taking longer. It's like, well, no kidding. And now they're telling me to wait 12 business days, which it's been like seven or eight, so I guess I go through this all over again on Friday. It's kind of frustrating. They sent me a coupon to order something else, but it's like, you haven't filled the first order. You want me to order more? And I'd be really happy with the coupon, except, you know, they put a timeline on it to use it by like August. Which, I mean, there's definitely stuff we could do and order from, you know, if we're in a state where we have the funds to do it, you know, great, but who knows? It's probably not likely, and even still, if I order it, will it come? There was one thing I did want for this, for the art, that I didn't quite get, was I did want, whenever Empress Dahlia appeared, I wanted her in a completely different outfit. You know, I mean, she's the queen of the universe. She's probably never gonna wear the same clothes twice, but we keep getting the same outfit over and over again. Which, I mean, it's cool. I like it, but that was one thing I did make note of, and it just wasn't done. And by the time the art was finished in there, and it's like, do I really make them go back and redraw in each appearance? So it's kind of, it keeps her identifiable, you know, on top of everything else. But it's just one of those things where it was a little touch I kind of wanted. You know, it makes it easier on me because I don't have to figure out what to color her outfit every single time. But you know, that was just something I thought would have been a neat little addition. C'est la vie. C'est la vie, say the old folks. It goes to show you never can tell. Isn't that the Chuck Berry song? I do like Chuck Berry. Of course, all his greatest hits were like each of the melodies for his greatest hits served for two different songs, practically. That should not be shirt. Not sure, but I want to do something else, but I'm not quite sure what or if I should even do anything. Hoping to try and keep a semblance of the previous pages, I'm just gonna fill this, do it whole, and then that way I can just replicate it in the next panel. Just paste it in. If I do it on a layer here, it just lets me do whatever, and I don't have to try and. Oh, excuse me. See, then I don't even have to worry about doing that. It's just done. Hey Moose, you gotta go downstairs. You gotta go get your meds. Cool. This is a little wacky. What I did with my selection there. We can fix it now. Less fun when nobody's here. You know what? Ain't nobody in here. I think I'll call it for the night. Go work on playing flats, or I may just take the rest of the night off. Just chill out. So I'll see you cats later.